Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. So today I thought we could do some handwriting, okay? And so handwriting or just some mark making. So I've got my pencil and I've got a notebook with lines. So it doesn't have to be a handwriting book because we're trying to write on lined paper. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the letters of the roundabout of the alphabet. So I'm going to start with A. So A is you go round, up, down and flick. So you end up with that, okay? And it's important that you don't take the whole line for your letters because some of our letters have ascenders like B and D, so the line goes to the top line, and some are descenders, so they go to the bottom line, but I'll show you that in a sec. So round, up, down and flick. They should all be consistent size as best you can get them. Okay, so remember it is round. Oh, let me try and do it this way. Round, up, down and flick. Okay, so you need to do a line of A's. I'm not going to do a line, I've just shown you what to do. The next one we're going to do is B. So we start, I'm going to have to do it line with face down. So we start at that top line, we go down, up and round, okay? So our B looks like that. So the top of our B hits that top line, okay? And then we go round. There is no flick on this letter. So I'm just going to do a couple more. So down, up and round. Down, up and round. So we have our B's. You are obviously going to do a line. I've only done 3. The next letter is C. C for cat or C for cut. So we're going to just go round like we did for the A, but we're not making an A letter. So we start midway on our line. We then go round to make that curly cut shape. The next one we are going to do is D. So for D, we start halfway up our line and then our ascender hits that top line. So we go round, up, down and flick like so. So it's almost like an A apart from that ascender that hits that top line. For E, we start halfway on our line. You may find it useful, adults, to just draw a faint ruler line, kind of turning your line into 2 smaller ones to keep that letter consistency with the size. Okay, so E, we start midway, we go across, up and round. Okay, so across, up and round for E. Next one has a descender, so it's F. So we start midway on the line with a curve, we go down and flick, and then we cross for our F. Round, down and flick, round, down and flick for our F. Okay, we don't hit that bottom line completely because when we're writing, we still need to fit letters underneath. G is the next one. So we have got round, up, down, flick. So G, if you can see that there, so we go round, up like an A, but then we go down, flick. Okay, my next one I'm going to make slightly shorter, just to get the right size on this line. Okay, so I've made mine slightly shorter so there is more space underneath. H is the next one, and H has an ascender, so it has a long stick hitting that top line. So you start at the top line, you go down, up, over and flick. Okay, there is my H. I'll do a couple more. So we've got down, up, over, flick, down, up, over, flick, to get our H's. And the flick is really important to try and get them because if we start joining our letters, which is entirely possible, then that flick is important because it joins into the next letter. So we've got H, now we're going to do I. So I needs to be quite a small letter like our A and E. So I is literally down, flick and then a dot. Not a big massive circle, just a little dot, okay? So down and flick and a dot. Down and flick and a dot. Okay, mine are a little bit big, just so you can see them. Yours will obviously be slightly shorter than mine. J is the next one. I'm going to do the lowercase j. So that is, we start middle part of the line, down, flick, and then a dot. So down, flick, and a dot. Okay. The next one is K, and K has an ascender. Okay, so it hits that top line. So we start at the top, we go down, up halfway, round, kick out, and flick. Okay, so K, we start at the top line, we go down, up, over, round, kick out, and flick. Okay, the next one is L. So L is an ascender. So we start at the top, we go down and flick. Okay, down and flick, down and flick. So L's a nice easy one. Make sure it is a flick, not two lines like this, because that would be a capital L. We are not doing the capitals at the moment, just the lowercase ones. M. So M has a little bit more in it. So we start halfway on our line. We go down, up, over, flick. We make sure that we have a little tiny stalk here, not a huge one. Okay, so we start halfway, we go down, up, over, not quite to the top line, just under it, up, over, and flick for an M. The same with an N. We start midway, we go down, up, over, flick. All right, so we have that little stalk on top of the N, and the flick, just a tiny one, is important, okay? O. So with an O, we just go round in a circle with a little flick on the end, and that is again there for joining. Okay, so it's almost like an A in some ways, but we're just making a round and a little flick coming off. And then P, we're going to go start in our midway point. We're going to go down a little bit, then back up and round, so that we have a stalk. We've got a bit of a descender, but not a huge one, because we need to write underneath. So P, we start midway, we go up, around. Again, up, round for P. Q is exactly like P, but the other way. So Q, you start with the round like an A. You go up and give it a little stalk, down and a kick out. Okay, so not a curvy flick, but a kick out, so it's a straight line. So we go round, up, down, kick. Round, up, down, kick. Okay, the last one we're going to do today is we go down, up and round for R. R has a tiny stalk. Okay, so we go down, up, round for R. Down, up, round for R. All right, so we've done these today. You can go ahead and practice this in notebooks or on plain paper, or some of you may just be practicing following any kind of lines in your book with a pen or pencil, and you're just going to follow the curved lines, all right? So I hope you're all okay, and I look forward to talking to you again. Bye-bye.